Hello and welcome. I am one happy Blue Nose LJ right now. I'm sure that you are all more than aware of the news that Everton have completed the signing of James Rodriguez from Real Madrid on a 2-year contract with an option for a third year. I'm not going to be telling you anything that you don't know there. But what I thought I would do is just have a look at some of the things that I think that um, James Rodriguez brings to Everton Football Club apart from great big smiles on Evertonians all over the world. I'm absolutely made up by the fact that we have signed James Rodriguez. I've been supporting Everton now since around about 1985, and in my opinion, this is the biggest signing that we have made in all the time that I've been an Everton fan. Uh, it's this is a world class player that has come and joined. He's played at Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and it isn't just about what James Rodriguez brings to the team. Now we know that James Rodriguez can play football. He's a world class player. He's 29 years old. He's only just turned 29. He still has a few years left in him yet. So let's get that out of the way. He's not past his best, as some of the other side like to say. He has a few years left in him yet. There's no doubt about that. He's played for Real Madrid. He scored 29 in 85 games for Real Madrid. He was on loan at Bayern Munich and scored 14 goals in 43 games. This is a player that has played at the top level. Um, he is a creative player. He's just going to take our team to the next level. We've brought in ALLAN and James Rodriguez. These are two huge names that have come to Everton Football Club. We still got the likelihood, and we are going to sign Doucoure. Let's. I know that on social media people are a little bit impatient by the way that Everton do things, and sign this. We need the signing. We need look. Both ALLAN and James Rodriguez have signed. It doesn't really matter when we've signed them. They've signed. They're here for the start of the season. Let Everton just do the transfers, and you don't panic so much out there. I know it's frustrating, and we know that there's always that possibility that things go wrong. But look, we have Carlo Ancelotti now, and we need to know that there's literally no way that Everton would have signed James Rodriguez or ALLAN if it wasn't for the Carlo Ancelotti effect. But that's what we have him for. And when we got him as manager, I'm not sure that I was expecting maybe the level of player that he's managed to bring in. But uh, yeah, I can't believe that we have James Rodriguez and ALLAN. They're going to be in our team next season. And Doucoure, I think Doucoure will be the three of them will just be immense. When you look at what we had last year, this is unreal to think of what our midfield and strike force could be next season. It's such an improvement. Um, but yeah, it isn't just about what James Rodriguez can do on the pitch. It's also about the knock-on effect that he's going to have to the other players that are at Everton Football Club. There's youngsters, Anthony Gordon. Um, he can't fail to have a knock-on effect to these other players in our team. If you can't learn, if having James Rodriguez in your team, in your squad, as a member of your squad, if that doesn't boost you, doesn't make you, when you go into training each week and you see James Rodriguez and ALLAN standing there, if that can't improve you as a player, then I'm not really sure that there's much that can. It, there's no way that having James Rodriguez in the team is not going to lift some of the players that and to bring out the best in some of them. We have Richarlison. Now, there was the talk of possibly Richarlison leaving Everton Football Club because, Richarlison is a superstar. He's a massive player now. He's a Brazilian international. There was talk of Barcelona wanting to come in for him and replace him, or replace Messi with Richarlison. But that when Richarlison sees that we have Carlo Ancelotti, who has won 3 Champions Leagues, and he's bringing in players of this kind of caliber, surely that's going to have a knock-on effect to players like Richarlison. Now, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I know that there's a lot of Evertonians out there that are not sold on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He scored 15 goals last season with the kind of service that he had. Imagine what he could do with the service of James Rodriguez, Allan, Doucoure. I think for any Evertonian out there that wants to judge Dominic Calvert-Lewin next season, at the end of next season, maybe do it then. I genuinely myself think that the service and the players that are going to be playing with Dominic Calvert-Lewin next season will improve him, and I think that I'm really hoping that between him and Richarlison, they can get 30 goals in the Premier League between them. Plus, if they can get more than that, then that would be awesome. But between them, just in the Premier League, and maybe 40 goals in all would be fantastic. But yeah, there's also the effect that James Rodriguez, he's a worldwide superstar. Let's get this right. He is one of the most followed footballers in the world. He's going to have massive international exposure for Everton Football Club. And we haven't really had that for quite a long time. We've had a few European adventures in the last 10 years, but nothing really to make us stand out. But we have a player that, such as James Rodriguez, with such a massive following, that it can't help but expose Everton to a much wider market. And I'm sure that Everton shirt sales in Colombia will probably pay his fee, his transfer fee. When you have a look at the following that James Rodriguez has, it's absolutely huge. It's bigger than most Premier League clubs. I'm not positive on this, but I think only Manchester United have a bigger following than James Rodriguez has out of all the Premier League clubs. But yeah, this is just really exciting. I'm really looking. I haven't been so excited for a Premier League season since Moshiri took over, and we started to sign some players, and which I thought were going to, take us to that next level. When we had Koeman, and we signed a lot of players that I thought were going to take us to that next level. But I'm really excited by we've signed these 2 players. If you watched the game on Saturday, and even the game against Blackpool, Niles and Nkonku, I think that's how you say his name. He's 19 years old. He looks a really good player as well. So we've signed 3 really good players. I mean, 2 Carlo Ancelotti calls Allan one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. Carlo Ancelotti knows his stuff, so if he calls Allan one of the best, he's one of the best. Now we have Allan. We're going to have Doucoure, hopefully. Uh, Rodriguez. I've heard that we're still looking at the possibility of Arias, the right back, which is a possibility. I've heard of a couple of other names which I won't mention in this video. I'm just really, really excited. It's going to take a long time for me to actually. I'm going to pinch myself, and when I wake up in the morning to make sure that it's not a dream, and I'm going to check the internet to make sure that we have actually signed James Rodriguez when I wake up, because we've been linked with him for a while, and I was 100% positive that the deal was going to go through, but until it's announced, there's always that possibility that something might go wrong. And I did hear some rumors about image rights, and he failed a medical, which I didn't believe, but until it goes through, you always have that, Everton, something's going to go wrong. I don't know if we need to worry about that so much anymore. We have a man with some money. We have a man who knows what he's doing as a manager, and we've got some players who can play football. We have to be challenging next season for minimum of Europa. We have to get back into Europe. Europa League at a minimum. I would personally, I would take finishing 6th, getting into Europa, if we could win one of the cups, an FA Cup maybe. I would take 6th. I would really, really like to think that we could push on and maybe fight for top 5. I think that might be pushing it a little bit after one window. Maybe next season we should be fighting top 4, 5th, 4th next season. But if you're going to bring in players of James Rodriguez standard, who has won, he's won the Champions League. If you're going to bring in this type of player, then we have to move on. We have to move on now. We have bought so many players over the last 4 years that just haven't improved this club, and we've ended up finishing 12th in the Premier League last season. It's not acceptable, and if you're going to bring in this type of player, that has to take you to the next level, and I honestly believe that we will. I'm really, really excited. I know that I've said that a lot, but this is massive for me. I'm sure it means as much to you watching this video as well. If you're an Everton fan, this is really, really exciting. This is probably the first time that I've really felt that, that we might go to that next level. And I think that Carlo Ancelotti is doing it. We have to be patient. It may not happen against Tottenham straight away. We have to bed these players in, but this is an exciting season, going to be an exciting season. These are exciting times to be an Everton fan. Let's hope that this continues. Doucoure signs. What a midfield that is. We've got Gomez. We've got Gamabin to come back. Who knows what Gamabin is like? He might be another star there. I don't know. But he definitely might be enough to be cover for Doucoure or Allan. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I've rambled on quite a bit, but I'm just an excited toffee right now. I was really, really excited by the signing of Allan. This one, James Rodriguez, just blows my mind as an Everton fan. Yeah, that's it. Remember that if you would like to be in the draw to win the new Everton football kit, the colour and size of your choice, you do need to subscribe to this channel, and you do need also to comment the colour and the size of the shirt that you require, and you need to do that on the video in this link here. There's also a link in the description. Don't comment on this video, but do it on the video in the link, and you can be in the draw to win an Everton football t-shirt for this season. Okay, that's it from me. One excited Everton football fan. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Please subscribe, give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video.